Good morning, my people. Nabil, Sammy, hope you guys are doing well. It's very good to see you as always. Nabil, I'm 30 minutes early. I was 30 minutes late yesterday. Sammy, always on time, my guy. No matter what time you get here, you're always on time. That's good to hear, bro. I'm doing well, thank you, my man. I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I think. Oh, I was gonna go real philosophical. Nah, let me leave you at that. I'm doing well. um, my mind is a little bit everywhere at the moment, so let me sort out my YouTube stuffs, get my tags going, make sure the thumbnail is there because it will be there when it wants to. It won't be there if it doesn't want to be there, and that's kind of the story with that. Request the root stream today, as you can see below me. Where am I? Where's my video? Why am I not here? Where's my camera? What's going on? What's going on, people? Okay, that decided to just like lock itself off, which is it's great. It's great. It's fantastic, you know. Just decides to call it a day at 11 a.m. in the morning. It's things you love to see. Oh, so it was there at the beginning. Okay. Yeah, the app just decided it didn't want to be alive anymore. And you know what? I don't blame it. It's got one purpose in this life. And it's to record. Have I done my tags? Yes. On automatic. Thank you very much. And done? Yes? Please? No? Yes? No? Yes? Done. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. Let's get stream elements up so that I don't miss things. Because I clearly can't trust my trusty OBS and my alerts. Am I to blame? Maybe. But so what? And right, music's going third rails. What's third rails? There you go. Although it would be great if I actually was on it myself on my gaming PC. Let's go to you. Get you open. Thank you very much. And let's go to here, here, and here. Let's get you open. And then last but not least, oh, not Moza Pit House. Third rails map, please. What if Moza were to come out of the blue with like train sim peripherals? Number one, they'd be very overpriced. That's the first thing that I would notice. Is, oh my days, why is this so expensive? I need to turn off the announcements from, what's it called? Stupid, what bloody station? Not station, route. Is it Semarangban? 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 No Semarangban. Vorarlberg. I knew began with V, I just couldn't find it. Stupid Vorarlberg. No, like it was Vorarlberg, Nabil, where it was it got pretty interesting. It was Vorarlberg. Right. Now, I think we are good to go. I guess I'll get one in early then. Of course, mate. Some freight on Peterborough Doncaster. Why not? Like, legit. Why not? You know? Okay. So I need to get my notes out here so that I can write down what we've got coming and what has gone. So freight, East Coast Mainland, right? ECML, and then freight. Cool. Let me take it from there. Yeah, the announcements, Nabil. The announcements that were playing last time that I don't ever want to hear again. It was Vorarlberg. Sort this by A to Z or A to Z. Oh, intermodal. Oh, intermodal. Ah, would I have a journey mode then for that? I might have a journey mode I can load up for that. Kill two birds with one stone. Yes. Or even like, hold on. Yeah, the quick and the shed. Oh, but I've done that. Okay. That was like the core bloody why is this a scenario? Hopefully it's just a normal run, right? Half an hour, perfect fit. Yeah, what was I gonna say? I forgot. Genuinely just forgot what I was talking about. It's literally just gone. It was also a service to... Oh. Yeah, I know some one's OBB as well, so I'm pretty sure that would also be a problem, but the last week's disaster was Vorarlberg. Welcome aboard 4 Echo 30, currently looped at Retford for passing traffic. We should be cleared to proceed shortly. Alright, cool. So let's do what we normally do. Oh, we're good, aren't we? DSD's normal, and what was the other one? Air dryer fuse. What was the other one? Oh, there we go. AWS, TPWS on. Instrument lights, turn those on. Headlights are sorted out already. Put that in there. These should be run already. High speed on. Bring some fresh air in. Let's prepare the brakes. Make sure everything is right over here. So brake time in on goods. That's all good. Haha, no pun intended. Brakes are cut in. Okay. We are good to go. We've got the DB livery for this one. I'm assuming a HST is going to go past. That being a high-speed train rather than a Class 43. I'm not that much of an idiot. So there we go. Got a mix of some P&O containers. Lovely livery in the 801 man. Sorry, is it 801 or is it 802 or what? Got some Hapag-Lloyd. Evergreen. Decent. I've got some gaps as well, which I like. I can hear a ball getting kicked about. Oh, there's ghosts. It's a ghost match. Go on, boys. Come on, boys. Come on, man on. I'm losing my mind. Yeah, decently long as well, with it being the intermodal DLC. Like an actually law accurate UK freight train. Things you love to see. Right, the train consists of 30 wagons weighing approximately 1,140 tons. You're permitted to continue at 75 miles per hour on this service. You're clear to depart. I'm sorry, 75 miles per hour? I thought... Am I thinking of freight? Am I thinking of nuclear where the limit is 60? Anywho. Gonna increase the FOV just a touch. Not apply too much power. Don't want to cook the engine. I actually wouldn't even know. If we do end up stalling this, I don't know how to recess it. The signal to our left has just turned off completely. Can't say I've seen that before. Full of good ideas. Always, Sammy. Always. When have you ever not given me a good idea, mate? The one I recorded and posted on the Discord was a run in Samaritan Barn. Oh, crazy. Okay, well, yeah. Like you said, they're both BB. They use the same... They'll use the same announcements or the same, like, type of announcement. Both terrible. Sammy, the convoys, mate, there's two parts to it, right? First thing is just the lack of interest, generally speaking. And the second part of it is I want to mod my game. I want to mod my game and just, like, be free. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at the state of my game when I play it this evening. I have modded the map to not even the fullest extent, but to a ridiculous extent nonetheless. I've got my AI traffic, I've got my modded cargo, like, everything's in order. As a matter of fact, I might even go for a Snowy Moon mod purchase later today. New playlist on the crew. Yes, I saw it. I saw it posted on YouTube. There's a guy that I watch who basically posts guides to, like, all of them. And yeah, I got to get back to it at some point. I'm not even gonna lie. I never planned to be away from it for this long, and I don't want it to be forgotten about, you know. Oh, Nabil, please don't. Simon, good morning, my man. How are you doing? The fact that City Jet is mispronounced in the German version but correct in the English one, it's pretty wild as well. What? I didn't even know they had a German. Oh, because it does both German and English. Right. Yeah, that's interesting. Go figure. I figured mods would be an angle when the German put me in a bad week. I'm out most nights. No worries, man. No worries. I mean, realistically, what I could do, especially because I'm currently on the current version of the game, which is quite rare when I mod. I could do, like, a once a week convoy, maybe, and that would just be the vanilla game with some mods that won't interfere with the experience, like, for example, like company mods, or like there were a few mods that I was playing with on Convoy, but I forgot what they were. Where was the company mod one of them? I really don't know. I don't remember, but there were a few. It is Militia Gaming, yes. He, for me, is the GOAT, because the guy will have the content good to go, you know, the second the playlist is out. And I know he gets early access, but still. Well, I don't think he does. I think he gets early access when there's, like, brand new content, like new content. But I think for the playlist, I think he streams it the second it comes out. He'll stream it, and in the stream figure out the quickest way to do things, and then when he's got that nailed down, he'll go and make a video about it. Yeah, what's Forza Horizon 5 been like? How long have you been playing it for now? Honestly, Sammy, I don't know any other person for that content. I was actually going to get into it myself, and had started recording content for it. And part of it was I just wasn't good enough. Part of it was I didn't fully believe in the vision. I even had started working with ChatGPT because I was basically going to just, like, so you know how I do my thing where every week I would only drive the cars that had an XP boost. So I was basically going to every week see the best or fastest cars that had the XP boost, and that would be the content, basically. Then make a video based on that. And I had gotten ChatGPT to make me a table of the cars. I had tested like 4 or 5 cars by that point, and I had gotten ChatGPT to create me a Google Doc with all the like it was ready to go. Basically, it was ready to go, and it just didn't materialize. At least not yet. At least not yet. 50 hours and it's smashing it. Okay, cool. Cool. I'll be interested to hear how it is maybe like a month after purchase and then maybe 3 months after purchase. I think I started to feel it kind of become stale. It was a few months. It was a few months in. It was a few months in. My feeling from the other day is feeling. I feel like sensitive. I feel like cold air is getting in from somewhere. But I can't pinpoint it. Oh, this is a cool run, you know. I don't know. I'm always happy to do a route I haven't done in a while. It could just be that this route is somewhat fresh. Hello? Jesus. But yeah, I played it 2 months ago, I think. On another Request the Route stream where I did a passenger run. But yeah, this is cool. I love being able to hit 2 birds with 1 stone on these streams. I'll be honest, yeah, Black Panther. I don't know what his content is like nowadays, but a few years ago, he used to pop up a lot on my feed. And I just found him so annoying. So annoying. I just could not watch him. Great in like content creation. And you know, he's doing quite well for himself. Is when he bought like the skyline and stuff like that. So you know, I'm all happy for him and he's doing his thing. But just for me personally, it's just not my type of person I'd sit down and watch. And I don't know who Sid Wedge is, so can't speak about him or her. Not keen on them. A lot of open nothing, and that is my issue with it. I'm big. Well, I was big on just hooking up my steering wheel and just driving around. That was one of the like. That was probably I probably did more just driving around in the Crew. Sorry, well yeah, in the Crew 2 and also Forza Horizon 3, which was the last Forza Horizon that I had played. I missed out on 4. And it was just so obvious to me how massive the lanes were, for example. Like, I get it's not meant to be some sort of driving simulator, but oh my god, it was ridiculous. And the stories in the main game were just a bit lackluster, simplistic. It just felt a bit empty, man. Like, all it really had going was the weekly events, right? The seasonal events, which, to be fair, were kind of cool, but even them didn't, you know, just, yeah, it didn't do enough for me, man. Didn't do enough for me. Yeah, handling model is decent. Handling model is decent. Dare I say, is probably more realistic. You know, talking of realism than the Crew. Well, it's not probably. It's more realistic than the Crew. Not simulation levels of realism, but you know, you can kind of navigate with it. Customization. Yeah, I don't know. You think so? I mean, you can do engine swaps. You can do like, yeah, I feel like you can do quite a bit. Well, in terms of tuning, if you're talking like actual customization in terms of what you can do with the cars, a handful of cars have like Liberty Walk body kits and other types of body kits. It really just depends on the vehicle. But if a car doesn't have a specific kit that you can put on it, it does seem like you're stuck with a lot of generic options. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Graphics though, what are the graphics like on the game? Because on PC with everything maxed out, oh my god, gorgeous. Especially when you like are like exploring the cars, when you're in like the showroom and you're exploring the cars, and you can get really close up, and you can see like the text on like the headlights and the tail lights, like the small details. They skipped out on nothing. Yeah, Forza Vista, that's the one. Oh, man. Ah, that's a very cool feature. See, for someone like me, I love stuff like that. I love stuff like that. I'm just such a nerd. Like, I want to see all the little details. I want to know what the trunk looks like. I want to know what it's like to sit in the passenger seat. I just want that, you know. I know I'm there for the rated, and that's my priority. But I also want to know what that kind of stuff's like. So, yeah, I'm all for it. I think sounds are pretty decent as well. I was never like I never really had much issue with the audio. I know it's not perfect, but I don't think it's terrible anyway. And man, it's been so long. I actually reinstalled it after summer, or was it during summer? Maybe September times. I actually reinstalled it because I was toying with the idea of trying it again for months. And then I finally said, F it. Downloaded it. Had it installed on my system. And then I just never played it, man. I never played it. And I just ended up uninstalling it again. It's huge. In terms of file size, it is huge. It takes a chunk out of your drive, but you can kind of understand why, of all the cars and the level of detail. It makes sense. I think at this point, with Forza Horizon 6 being announced, I might as well just wait for that. I don't think there's much point in me trying to give it another go. And if I'm being totally honest, I don't follow like Turn 10? I don't follow their vlogs, if there are any, or how they're doing things. I've just sort of left that whole thing alone. But seeing Forza Horizon 3, watching enough videos of Forza Horizon 4, playing Forza Horizon 5, I'm pretty sure 6 is just going to be more of the same, but in Japan. And so I can't say I'm super confident about longevity in that game for me personally. But I will be getting it. I'll probably be getting the Ultimate Edition if I'm going to be completely honest. You know, do it properly, do it big, and just wait and see. Maybe I'll be wrong, and I hope I am, to be completely honest. Has to delete some TSW routes. Honestly, mate, with you still being quite fresh to the game, that's a no-brainer, man. That's a no-brainer. Hello, Mr. Dan. How you doing, mates? Welcome. They don't lean into tuner culture. Well, they did like a collab with like Donut Media, and for this one, for 5. And I don't know, maybe they gave us like a taste of what they could do with that one. And they've given us a taste in other ways as well. But I think to go into Japan and not have that be one of the main focuses, I think that's disrespectful. What are these random speed changes, by the way? They're not on the HUD. I'm not seeing any speed signs, but speed limits is changing. I mean, sorry, on the track monitor. I'm not seeing anything on the track monitor. I'm not seeing anything physically. Right, is that a legit yellow or what? Low-key, it could be, you know. Considering we're 2 miles out of Doncaster and there's a train in front of us somewhere, I wouldn't be surprised if that is legit. This guy with his Ultimate Editions. No, bro, it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary, but I feel. My thing is, I don't want to miss out. Like, I want to come into it with as much as possible. So let me get all the cars, all the possible liveries that I can. Any bonuses, you know, I'll take. I feel like maybe part of it came from just... Like, I remember I played a lot of Need for Speed Hot Pursuit on PS3. and I couldn't afford to get the DLC cars. I remember just wanted them so bad. They always looked so cool. So maybe a part of it is just that I don't want to be in that situation again where I'm just like looking at all the things I can't have, or looking at all the things I don't have. Which I guess is the marketing strategy anyway, right? From these developers and game studios. But hey, we are talking about Forza, yes. Can you request a heavy snow one? This is not how it works, boss. Give me a flipping route. What do you mean a heavy snow one? There's over 100 different routes. Bro's talking about a heavy snow one. I can make any route a heavy snow, but I need to know what I'm playing. Yes, ready or not. I've played that a few times on stream, Sammy. I don't know if you've been present for those streams. I enjoyed it. I think I uninstalled it 2 days ago or so because I don't know when I'm next going to play it. But like I did actually enjoy it. And I would like at some point to go through all the missions and get S tiers. Best way to get S tier, right? If that's something you want to go for, leave all your guys outside. Tell them to wait outside and then go in alone and just do things very carefully. Use your mirror, your under door mirror thing, wand. And then don't take like actual guns with bullets. Take the shotgun that shoots like beanbags or whatever. And then even guys who are shooting you, will eventually either you just point at them and they'll surrender, or some of them take like you need to shoot them. But hey, at least they're not gonna kill them. Also, no headshots because I've learned that the hard way. That shooting them in the head with a beanbag or whatever it is will be fatal. You don't know routes? Well, soz. It was on sale for 20 quid. That's a no-brainer, man. But you know what? I do sometimes wonder, did that also ruin my experience? Because I also felt that the game was just glazing me. And it was just giving me the in-game, like so much of the in-game currency. So much in-game currency. So many wheel spins. Like it wasn't, the game wasn't challenging. The game wasn't tricky. Everything was, I could buy whatever I wanted almost straight away. Money just was not a problem. And so there was no real challenge element to the game. Go for the platinum trophy. Okay, see when you have goals like that, I think it makes the experience a lot more fun. Maybe I should do that. Maybe when I find a game is getting a bit stale, then I just start going achievement hunting. Although I've considered being an achievement hunter in the past, my problem is, if I do it for one game, I feel like I have to do it for all. All S-tier, all non-lethal. Yeah. Very doable. Can be frustrating. Just takes a ton of patience, to be honest. Nearly 250 cars, mostly from spins. Yeah. I had so many replicas. And I just, yeah, man. I don't want the game to be hard, but make me feel like make me feel like I've worked for something, basically. I like you, Dan. I like you. The Morristown line it is. That bastard of a route. Let's go for it. Why would you say do it in the slow? I could have got a bloody journey mode out of it. I gave up on that. I gave up on that journey mode. It pissed me off. I gave up on all the core routes, mostly because Riviera was fine, but it was my issues with Morristown and Dresden that made me just quit the game for a bit. And then ironically, when I stopped playing that was when I got the invite to be an ambassador. He plays any crap if it's got an easy plat trophy. I used to do the same. Mate, I didn't know how deep it was. I've seen people on the forums saying that they won't pick up DLC if there's no trophies. You know how with TSW6 there's a whole thing going on of trophies and routes. So there was a couple guys saying, yeah, like I'm not going to buy this. Like it would be fun to drive, but it doesn't come with any trophies, so I'm not going to buy it. Which is insane to me. What an insane mindset. Has my Barbie horse adventure plan shame? Rightly so. Oh no, Dad! If you want to see some snow, mate, don't let me get in the way of that. I actually don't mind, mate. I've got thousands of journey mode services probably at this point to do. So it's not like I'm gonna get through all of them, and you know, you'd be stopping me or hindering me in any way. I don't think I need to do an override, an TPWS override for this, but I'm going to anyway, just in case. Snow on the ground without it falling is often a nice way to drive. We've had that a couple of times in the last couple of weeks, Simon. And yeah, it was nice. As a matter of fact, the run that I mentioned to you that you just missed, Monday I think it was exactly that. Snow on the ground, but it wasn't falling. Sunset. Oh, it's gorgeous. Genuinely one of the most beautiful runs that I've done in my TSW history. Bro will not play games even once he wants to play if the platinum trophy is too difficult. See, that's insane. That's even more insane to me because it's not even like it's unachievable. It's just difficult. We can sort out a non-snowy Morristown line. I'm pretty sure if I just run the route in December, there should be a high chance of snow realistically. And optimizes the fun up games, the beeline for the plat. Yeah. I had maybe a tenth of that experience just playing through Red Dead and focusing on the storylines. I didn't care about trophies, but I also didn't really get to play the game properly, you know. And I regret that so much. So yeah, I'm not doing that again. Should really focus on driving like a muppet. December's default is autumn weather. Ugh. I haven't got dynamic weather, Simon. I've got the real life weather. So I'm just trying to think of New York. New York in December. It's usually quite snowy, right? TSW dynamic weather. Who uses that anymore? Am I right? I do wonder how many players actually play with dynamic weather on. Oh, what's that creeping? Is that a Freightliner? 66? Looks like it. It's a mod. Alright, Sammy. I think we've come to the end anyway, mate. Thank you very much for your request. That's not a 66. That wasn't what light cluster was that? I never knew I had a modded, like a properly modded 66 to that extent. Let me have a quick look at my 66s. Oh, I wish there was like a bigger bloody image. Oh, the 66 8s. Nicely done. Okay. Oh no, 66/7 as well. Has got that light cluster. 66.4. What bloody? I'm so confused. That doesn't want to work this week. Mood every week. Alright, you little twat. Where are you? Oh, I do wonder if here there's any, like, you know how they do some chapters based on seasons? July, October, September, December. Oh, December. 15 minutes though. Who's going to do that? I've done a fair few, to be fair. Right, I guess let's take... you have any preference for traction, Dan? What was that? Was that a customer, Sammy? Have I even been following myself on the... Oh, Jesus Christ. On the map. Should we do an Acela run? Let's do something of the Acela. I think I can... Okay, yeah, I can just do manual weather if it comes to it, so... Cool. Right. Let's do... This one's 33 minutes long. Oh, so non-revenue one. Non-revenue, basically in the ECS move. Non-revenue. Oh, wait. Are these all going to be non-revenue? I think they are. Just like... they're all going to be like super slow as well. Okay. This train gives me nightmares, man. Let's overcome. Let's be overcomers. All the half an hour ones are like, okay, this is local revenue. Okay, let's do that then. Ugh. You could be a dick and say your foot. What? Oh, on foot. I mean, Wait, would I accept a spot of rail fanning? Let's say. Are we good with light snow? Light snow should be okay, right? All right, let's see what I remember. Auto, normal, snow break on, snowing. No idea what it does, by the way, but it's snowing, so I think it makes sense. Okay, I need to get up. That's on. Okay, cool. Is there anything else that I would need to change? Cut in, cut in. Everything's on. Everything's on or cut in, it seems. So we're good. No. Oh, God. So many things. Can I have my seat back? I don't remember. Where did the seat even go? Does it go into the wall? It does. I couldn't pull it out. Okay. And maybe the different subclasses of 66 have different light clusters. DBS 660 is mainly and Freightliner 665s. DCG wouldn't do that though. DCG themselves wouldn't give us different light clusters for different subclasses. I'm absolutely certain that's the work of a mod. What am I missing? There's a pantograph up. It is. What have I missed? You. Is it you? Are you something? No. Your release. What have I missed? I don't think I've missed anything. Ooh, a KCD1 remaster. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't have any plans to do it right now. But that's very cool to know, actually. That's cool to know that it's coming. Why are we not moving? Go. Is there something I'm missing? If so, what is it? Train says no. Quite strongly too. We've got power. Power is on. Hold on. I'm not having this. I'm taking my ass to the training center and seeing what I'm missing. Could it have been the snow brake? Could it have been like the snow brake acting like some sort of handbrake? I thought that would have affected our braking as opposed to something like that, but I don't know. It could have very easily been that. I can't get through all that yapping. Just tell me how to drive the train, man.
In this training module, you will be taken through the operation of an Aero 3 electric multiple unit.
This is basically like the
During
master
this brief
key.
Introduction, we
Brakes
will
we
go
had
through the critical
on
driving
release.
controls and passenger operations.
In terms of basic maneuvers,
To
that's
unlock
it.
the master controller, unlike most trains, this unit does not have a reverser. Instead, the master
Yes.
controller controls
Okay.
the direction of travel as well as activates many of the unit systems.
Actually useful information. Quite rare, actually.
The Aero 3s were built in 1977 and 1978 by General Electric. They consist of 200 cars built as married pair units and 30 single cars. The Aero 3s were given a midlife overhaul between 1992 and 1995, which included higher power traction motors, whilst reducing the number of powered axles per coach pair to 6.
Should be on until 2:30.
To begin
Sammy,
loading passengers, you will
thereabouts.
need to open the doors.
If we're able to just get moving.
It is time to depart. Close the passenger doors.
And I'm going to
For this
do the snow break
introduction,
and see if that was
you will
it.
be completing a full lap of the circuit and performing passenger operations at each stop.
All right, my man.
To
Take
control
care.
the brakes, set them to be cut in.
That was it. That was it. Why is it there? That was it.
This
That was it. That was what we're missing. That was what I thought that yellow lever was. That was on the right side. Right, I think we had like 8:20 something a.m. run. 33 minutes. Was it 36 minutes? Yeah, it was that one. Pretty certain. That was literally it. My brain really just pushed this train aside. Because I can drive trains that I'm driven since like TSW too. Right, turn the non-problematic snow brake back on. So I thought, that's what I was thinking. I thought this was, God knows what that actually is. Probably something to do with the heating. All I know, aside from just the bollocks, it is a good route. It is a good route. I can appreciate the detail. Quite a decent length as well. It's busy, good timetable. It just, I think a lot of routes just suffer from core issues. Oh, of course. How can I forget? The famed stop marker. And what do you know? We've got life. These safety systems are super annoying as well. It's going to be interesting dealing with those again. This thing had quite good acceleration as well, from what I remember. Don't remember what it was like coming to a stop though, so I must be a bit careful in the brakes. How does having it in this position slow us down a bit? The switch position. That was doing pretty decently for holding our speed though. Because we're on quite the gradient. I wanted to make myself a coffee and I just completely forgot. They do grab on pretty well, to be fair. Okay. It's positive. Don't even have my water with me today. Saw all the shambles. Are announcements starting to disappear? Because I think it should be announcements on this service. Or is it some stations? I don't know. But I know there should be announcements. And I saw a thread this morning where there was mention that they had started to appear less and less. And I would like to point out how interesting it is that if they are starting to break, then how soon after their release they're doing so. But they kind of came that way anyway, so no reason to be shocked really. That logo had a very reflective paint job. I never knew these were actually reflective. Very rare we'll see anything reflective in the game. There was that time when Navica Dresden came out and they had implemented the reflective speed signs, which were very cool. I think all the signs, if I'm not mistaken, on that route had the reflective texture on them. And then we just never saw it again. Which was a shame. All the way to Newark from here, and to even put on the fast line. Oh, and don't get carried away though. There we go. Oh, TSR. I completely forget I even have TSRs on, which is a good thing. Because it's not something that you would see every single time. So I'm happy about that. Doesn't yet give me the confidence to try out the train faults feature, but it's a good start. I love the old school lighting at that station. Just got the oil lamp looking things hanging down. Wait, what? Is it not still active? Or is it just a very, very, very short one? What, just completely disregarded speed limits then? Or did you think those numbers were a minimum speed? I remember when in the theory test for like before I got my driving license, I had like an app that basically was meant to prepare you for the test. But yeah, it like had questions that were like legit. And on one of them it said, I don't know whether it was one of those where like press the ones that are correct or whatever, and it had like a bunch of statements. And then I saw traffic speed limits are limits, not a target. And I found that so funny because my target is 10 over. My target is always 10 miles per hour over. I don't know why, it gave me a proper chuckle. I guess I was pretty young as well when I saw it. That's it. That's literally it. Like when I'm driving from A to B, and I don't particularly feel like I need to get there immediately. And then I might chill. I might still do things here and there out of habit, but for the most part, I'm chilling. Or there's a very specific mindset or like mentality that I sometimes get into when I'm driving. And it's almost as if I'm high. Like everything is just so chill, so calm. I'm driving super slow. Like I'm even driving like slower to the point where like NPCs are getting frustrated. And I'm just so chill. Just super chill about everything. This safety system I'm chill with. I can get along with. Or maybe it's just I can get along with it on this train. But when you start driving one of the locomotives, I forgot which one it was. Oh, it's terrible. I don't even remember exactly what it was. I just remember it being terrible. Jesus Christ. I haven't touched this route in a while and it's losing the plot. Goodness gracious me, this is terrible. Does look pretty in the snow though. Doing fairly well for time. I'm gonna go see if I can get my water. I'm gonna need it at some point. Sorry, Pete, I'll be a minute. Alright, sorry, boys and girls. Hopefully that might spice the run up a little bit. If the train's been dispatched in front of us. Maybe we'll get some funky yellows, some more funky ATC or Axes or CSS or SES or whatever the hell these things are. Might get a cool one. It's always nicer when it's bright, Simon, absolutely. What I like about the weather mod is that even, maybe not in every single instance, but even when there's a bit of rain or a bit of clouds, it's still fairly reasonable. Because when it's TSW, when it's DTG's rain, it's just foggy. It's, you know, it's immediately foggy. High chance of a thunderstorm, and just general depression. Absolutely, absolutely. Especially for somebody like me who mainly focuses on journey mode runs, where by default, for God knows what reason, you're not able to do that. Yeah, it's a huge help. I mean, to be honest, for me, it's just having real life weather that excites me for the given date and time in the game. Like, if I could have everything be as per real life for a particular date, I would, you know, weather, traffic, any like track issues. That's why I'm playing this and not something like trains, for example. And even why I've put down Train Sim Classic for the time being. It just felt too much of a model railway. The content that I had specifically. TSE does have potential, but if you're prepared to go all out on third parties, fork out a ton of money. So there's a scenario where you're basically led through here. You're led through here on this train, right, that can only run on overhead. You're basically led through here, and you're expected to go all the way up here, and then rejoin this track here, where you then get overhead power. And if you go by the safety systems, it slows you down to a speed at which you can't coast, because you can coast up there, but not at the speed that the safety systems would have you at. And then even when you turned them off, there was something else that got in the way. No, I think I ended up doing it in the end. But yeah, you'd have to drive with them off, which again just sort of defeats the purpose of playing a sim. And all it would have taken is somebody running this scenario once. And then seeing that, hey, this was, a pathing area. I don't have any issues about that, it happens. That's part of, like, creation, like creating scenarios and routes and stuff. You bump into issues, you make mistakes. But you find them quite quickly when you test what you've created, which you would have thought took place somehow. You like that command, eh, Nabil? I wonder what percentage braking is suppression. I've got a bunch of yellows coming into Hoboken, which I guess is probably more for speed management than anything else. Serves a purpose. It does serve a purpose. What red is the ADU reporting? Surely not the one in 2.5 miles. I guess maybe perhaps there's a train in front of us. It is a good pack. It is a good pack. Do you think it's worth full price now that you've like really gotten to enjoying it? You bought it on sale, but as you're enjoying it, £20. Okay, so you still think it's a bit too much. That's fair. Yeah, it's nice in its own, and I think it adds a fair bit to the Preston Carlisle route as well. It's always nice, always a pleasure seeing it, always. Good point. Good point. Yeah, I think that's where, when we're talking about value in TSW, be it for whatever routes, locos, that's when things get very messy, because you've got all sorts of prices and all sorts of levels of quality. There's no consistency. There's no knowing that, okay, if you spend 10 quid, you're going to get something a bit mediocre. If you spend 15 quid, you're always going to get something that's, you know, fairly decent. Anything above that, always solid. Like, there's no telling. So how does one, within the realms of TSW, now quantify value? It's tough. Yeah, right. Can't give us two types of ABB coach. Can't give us liveries for Falkenbahn. I think what could potentially be helpful is if we do it by studios, right? So we talk about DTG specifically. We speak about Just Train specifically, because now then things get a little bit more consistent. Although, do they really though? Because then you've got Rivet. Who, forgetting their hands in DCG's pot with, you know, Riviera Line and Cardiff, for example, just actual Rivet authored products. You've got Bernina Line, and then you've got Five Circle, you got Arosa Line. Even that would still open make way for confusion. I guess I think that's why ultimately the best thing someone can do is just buy things on sale. For the stream, Nabil, or for this specific run? For the stream, 2 hours max. My target is 2 hours from now. I can't go beyond that. Well, that is how it's supposed to work, Simon. If the intention to just do better was there, right? Because let's say, for example, I'm a developer who's been developing mediocre content. JT come along, they smash out the park, the community's in love with them. If I truly want to do better, would I not approach them and say, hey guys, you know, how did you do this? How did you do that? How did you manage to make this so good? Etc. And then apply what I've learned to my own content. But when I don't really care as much as I should for quality, and my focus is just making a bit of change, then the idea it would seem like a waste of time for me to approach anyone and talk about, hey, you know, let me see how I can improve my own work. And here's the thing. Johannes' work, yes, it's flawed, but in the grand scheme of things, it's also absolutely incredible. And he said that he was doing just that. He was communicating with other developers to learn and improve his thing. And it shows. It shows. There's no way you can deny that. Because he also had the complete freedom to just do things his own way. If he didn't know something, just don't bother with it. and just and release whatever whatever the end product ends up being. Right, if anyone's got any other requests, please do put them forward, because there's none on the list at the moment. Otherwise, I would just do my journey mode stuff. TSW still looks too cartoony for me. Unreal Engine hasn't really done much to save that. I can't pretend I'm doing this realistic. I can't really explain it. In OMSI, I can lock in and somehow trick my brain into almost thinking this is real. In ETS2, I can do the same, or ATS. I can't do that in TSW. Everything just looks cartoony. I can't explain it. Everything's got a very cartoony overlay, almost. Hello, Mr. ASR. How you doing, my man? It would have been hard to provide multiple liveries for the DP110. It wouldn't, bro. I mean, Sam, I don't know if you were here yesterday, but I think Bill and I were talking about trains, like how trains aren't. We used to get 2 trains, and then it came down to 1 train, and then it started experimenting with a route with no trains, etc. And I was saying, we're here talking about trains, but they couldn't even do liveries. They couldn't even do livery. They couldn't bring us liveries. Hello, ASR. How you doing, my man? Is there anything you'd like to request, ASR, before I do my journey mode runs? No pressure, mate. If not, I'll just do my thing. I'm pretty sure, Simon. I've only had two requests so far, ASR. Ela rapido if you're gonna put one out. Otherwise, I'm just gonna do my thing. Surely it could have taken one guy a week. Right, I'm not someone who creates deliveries. I don't know how it's all done, but like I've seen people stream, like Harry has streamed. I'm not going to do the announcements if it's going to be that route. So if you're gonna do that request for the announcements, you're going to be disappointed, ASR. I'm happy to do it just without the announcements. Non AI, they don't have real announcements though. So you're going to be disappointed. But yeah, Harry will just create some funky ass livery in like an hour and a half. Are you telling me someone whose job it is to create liveries couldn't have been given a week to come up with all the liveries? It sickens me, man. What train do you want, boss? There's no point in the build. There's no short runs on the journey mode, bro. I'm pretty sure I've looked before. I'm hoping I'm wrong. That would be great, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, look, all 1 hour, all one. I mean, 46. It's 46 minutes, still flipping long. I'll do this one. Okay, but ASR wants a Taurus, and I'm pretty sure these ones are with the talent. Or maybe not, because the hour one. Yeah, no, it's talent for unusual. I shouldn't have asked. Next time I won't. Okay. Look at this, man. What are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? What is all of this? Ay. Alright, 24 minutes. Intermodal. DB111s have won 6 standard liveries, excluding advertising vinyls, sorry, plus variations between them. Pretty much all of them in Phase 3000, even now, really. Bro, even the 6 standard ones, though. The 111 has been around for how long? Even if they added them post-release. So what? No, it's okay, ASR, it's okay. This stream is for you guys, man. This stream is like me taking a back seat and letting you guys, you know, enjoy the game from your screens. So it's absolutely whatever you guys want, man. Headlights. Is everything here on the back, isn't it? It's hidden away here. Right. LZB on, even though we're not going to use it. PZB and CFAR. God damn it. I want it to be quick. Right, double header, intermodal. Fairly long, to be honest. Funnily enough, I believe the branded containers make them weigh, like, what did I find out today? 3 tons, I think. And I only found out because the person whose mod it is released another mod that brought the weight back up. I don't know how that happens, but yeah, I found it quite interesting. The inconsistency in the train selection as well. I mean, you saw how many options for the tourists. I mean, what even is that, man? How does that even happen? Is it like everywhere that it's layered is like shows up or something? I don't know. Even that would be too much, though. There seem to be more options than how many routes are in the entire bloody game. This route would look great in Bright Snow. Likewise, they can provide about 10 liveries for the OBB Taurus. It's a shame, man. Honestly, I wouldn't even be mad if a third party gets involved and all they do is add the liveries for all the trains in the games, like all the standard liveries, and sells them for like I don't know, $3.99, $2.99, $3.99 per pack. Helicon route cancellation is crazy, is it though? About 6 billion liveries for the Vectron. Hello, 8-bit rabbits. How does this game work? I mean, it's a train simulator, and you, depending on the route that you drive, you do passenger services, you can do freight services, you can do rail tours. There's a lot that you can do, but the premise of it is that you drive trains, 1-to-1 scale routes. Realism is aimed for in the game, rarely achieved, depending on, well, it depends really on you know, what areas, to be honest, but nonetheless. And yeah, in Simra we get liveries for free. JT also give out liveries for free. Double into Belfast, go slap that in the forum request section, Dan, and watch how it never comes to fruition. Chuck a few quid at a livery pack. I think that would be valid. I think that would genuinely be valid. Honestly, $3.99 for 5 liveries. I don't think that's a bad shout. I genuinely don't think that's a bad shout. something that works better than Creators Club, which is DTG's Get Out of Luck. I think there is. So, oh my, okay, let's not even talk about Creators Club. Man. What a disaster! So many bugs, so many flaws, such bad design in it. Just, let's not even go there, man. I think that's something everyone can agree on. I really would not be mad if a third party came and all they did was liveries. I'll be very honest. It's like if someone out there can create liveries, I don't think that's a bad business proposition. Genuinely. The conversation can be had with regards to licensing, but I'm pretty sure it's not as bad as it seems on the surface. Livery pack, previously known as AP and Hustle pack, and now known as gameplay pack. Right. They wouldn't need to come with scenarios or new timetables. I'm legit. I wasn't even thinking about that. But now that you've mentioned it, we could have that discussion. But honestly, I wasn't even thinking about that, mate. I'd be happy with just deliveries alone. Now they come in the form of gameplay packs. Even better. If you're the skill, you do it. Same. Genuinely. Like, because if you can do it, it will take you... It won't take you that long. It just won't take you that long. It won't take you that long at all. And then if licensing would get in the way, honestly... maybe the conversation could be had about unbranded. Maybe. I feel like that would have to take like a community get to like some sort of Q&A session. But maybe, for the sake of variety, maybe the conversation could be had about unbranded. As long as they resemble well enough the branded variants. There's a load of licenses they have in historical liveries like the BR, clearly no yeah. Hence why I said the problem is not as big as they make it seem when it comes to liveries. Like you would think these licenses have DCG and handcuffs, and you know only allowing them to walk on a tightrope. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. No, but it doesn't even have to be like that though, ASR. Because ultimately, you would do the gameplay pack for a route, right? So, okay, or either for a route or for a train. If it's for a train, then it would apply to wherever that train layers into. If it's for a route, then it would be only for that route. So if a train happens to layer for that route, then you would already need the DLC for that layer anyway. So creating the pack for it wouldn't add any stress. It wouldn't make things any more complicated than they already would be. So many liveries for the 37 they could have added to TVO, what's called local. And look how long it's been, man. Look how long it's been. And are you really telling me they could have spared one one person to just manage that? Like, are they really that tightly strapped that they've got just the amount of people needed? Not half a person more than what they need to release what they release. Like, is it really that deep? I can't imagine that. I can't imagine that. Logically, you could also have blue 20s and 37s. And I mean, we now have a blue 20 in the game. So, you know, let's use that to segue into another problem, which is, like Nabil pointed out yesterday in our conversation, new content will come and it just won't be backported, ever. And we're not even talking redo the whole timetable. Just substitute for what's already there. I'd be happy with that. Substitute it with such a high chance that the old one barely pops up. Are you telling me that's impossible? That's completely impossible. Or that would take so much time. I wouldn't be as frustrated as I am, right? If DCG are going to be DCG, right? Clearly, their one hunger and focus has always been on one thing, even going back to the TSC days. So that is just DCG. That's just DCG. It is what it is. Let's just accept that. The sooner the better. What annoys me is that the complacency in all sorts of formats and ranges and ways affects third parties. They gave up on Steam, no problem. There were others ready to pick up the slack. But alas, the physics were so bad, no one could do anything with it. A lot of the recent third-party root issues come from the core issues. Blurry textures, for example, that's a core issue. But third parties pick up the slack for that because it affects their roots. And then they get criticism. Now they're not as trustworthy anymore for something that really wasn't their problem in the first place. Now no one's really confident that the next route will be enjoyable and playable without blurry textures if you're on console. People are very worried and concerned about the remaster of Great Western Express, the new UK route. And rightly so. Rightly so. We do have a class, a BR Blue 20, a class 20. We've got a class 20 courtesy of Skyhook's Nuclear DLC. That's a class. I'm not losing my mind, right? Yeah. Indie. This is not an indie game. I wouldn't class this as an indie game. It depends what you're referring to, Dan. There are third-party developers, and then there are also first-party developers. Well, a first-party developer. If ASR's numbers were accurate, and they seem legit going off previous years, then earning multi-million pounds a year, I don't think you're a indie developer, or you're a developer that can have any excuse earning multiple millions of pounds. The ridiculous 47 gameplay pack would have been a good example if it was cheaper. What, from Athena? I mean, that was a red flag from the beginning if you knew who was leading that. Make a few 47 liveries and add them to the pool. That was a mess from the... I wouldn't even count that. That was... Let's not even go there. Helicon plans for OMSI in 2026. Berlin Line 186, a minibus/van. Mercedes-Benz C2 DLC will get a massive update. An old-timer bus. A new modern bus will get revealed during the year. Bremen Lords. Huh. I wonder if that's the reason for why they pulled out of the TSW DLC. For insurance or graphics case, you can be quite a smudgy, but Warehouse is what I would class as an indie developer. Oh, there are some incredible indie developers. I can't speak for them. But yeah, an indie developer isn't necessarily, just a small team with a basic game. We've got some, what indie developers have done over the last few years has been incredible to the gaming industry, honestly. Okay, Simon, I hear you. Yes. If you're referring to specifically BR Blue, then yeah, no, we don't have that. I mean, the 20 that came with the nuclear pack is a buggy mess anyway. So I don't think we're losing out on too much. Yeah, still just a publisher. Devs are not related to Helicon. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that. Okay, interesting. So would that have been the case for the DLC as well for TSW? That they would have had someone else working on it, and then they just would have had their name on it. KCD2 should have got Game of the Year. I don't know, man. I'm hearing mixed things about was it Exodus 33 or whatever it's called? Exile 35. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't played it myself in it, so I can only really go off reviews and the mix. So I'm not quite sure. But I know for one thing I know for sure is that it would have taken a lot to take that crown from KCD2. So if it's not incredible, then I'm not sure what happened there. Give me a second, Abel. No, I didn't read it until the end. But I just caught the end of it before it went up in the chat. And I don't see what it would have changed. Let me read the other stuff that I missed. A new modern boss will get revealed during the year. Bremen Nord Line 90 is going to get extended. Meanwhile, the dev is also working on Bremen Sud, MAN New Line City, and Hohenkarten will also receive large updates. Okay. So what does that? What would that have changed from what I said? I would have been fairly looking forward to the Bremen Nord expansion if I was still playing OMSI. I haven't uninstalled it. It's still there. Which means, you know, personally to me, that's my way of saying I may not be done with you just yet. No guarantees, no promises, of course. KCD2 is on all consoles and Smash other games. Yeah, but maybe this Exodus game was also doing the same. I mean, it had to have been. Oh my days! Ouch! It had to have been. Otherwise, how could it have snatched the crown the way it did? Just so you know, Hohenkarten. Okay. I mean, I guess Hohenkarten as well. Still would have had to wait. The waiting period would have been long, but nonetheless, anyway, it would have been cool. It would have been good news. But yeah, it's just the fact that, you know, I'm not in OMSI at the moment, so. Here is problematic, but it's better that they are providing locals with the packs. I guess so, Simon. I guess so, but ultimately, if the trains or the locos that they add are going to be consistently, not even of mediocre quality, just buggy. Let me just go straight into buggy. Would you rather a really buggy train than no train at all? Or in Skyhooks, they would add wagons, right? They'd add wagons and whatever. So it would just be like a lack of train if they went to add the train. I don't know if it's better than nothing, man. That's just where I'm stuck. Is it better than nothing? I don't know. Because man, I can't say it's super enjoyable to drive, Simon. You know, the errors really stick out. We're not talking about some subtle missed details here and there. They stick out like a sore thumb. So I believe they are also the devs for Hamburg in the bus. It could be the same. Oh, that game too. I hope that game has a positive year. I really do. Because I do want to bust him. I just can't really do OMSI at the moment.
Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
I don't understand how Subway Sim 2 is very playable on PlayStation 5. I need to do some research into what would be the equivalent settings on PC. Although, I mean, yeah, I can get it to play smoothly and not complain about that anymore. But then, how soon would it be before I start complaining about the lack of content? Which I've mentioned and mentioned. It wouldn't be anything new.
FIFA.
No way I didn't turn on my lights this entire time. Oh my god. Right, if there are no more requests, I'll take my behind to Calhoun Pass.
FIFA.
No problem, Nabil. Not obliged.
Türfreigabe. Türfreigabe. Türfreigabe.
I know those ones require full focus and concentration. So do your thing, my man. Oh, we've got VTG wagons here. Nice. Now I know why you were so adamant to lurk and make a point of not of not making any requests. That's all good, my guy. You know when you do a run on Zusi, is there like does it do they get like checked off like in here, like you can see the runs that you've done already? Is there some sort of like reward, some sort of satisfaction for doing runs, or is it literally just it's like OMSI? You just go on and do what you're gonna do. Nothing. I mean, hey, listen, its purpose is to simulate train operations, and it does that. That's it. Doesn't say it's gonna make it fun. Doesn't say it's gonna gamify it. Nothing of the sort. And I respect that. I very much respect that. Straight to the point. It's my type of game, man. Yeah, that's the first thing I do now. Oh, it should have been this, if we're being honest. But should be okay with dim. I mean, it's the middle of the day. We'll be alright. But you've got the milepost, isn't it? You've got the milepost, so you can sort of say, okay, when I get to this milepost, I can start slowing down, for example. Ebula is basically like a form of a HUD, so I can respect it. It is extra thinking, yeah. It's a lot more manual. It's a lot more manual. Making sure they're all alive. You missed that NTSW? Well, I mean, there's an Ebula mod. So if you really want to, you can have the Ebula on your phone, for example. Or if you've got a tablet, have it on your tablet. And then turn the HUD off in the game. It's not for every route, but the guy's constantly expanding it. So if you have a particular route in mind, check. You might as well check. It won't cost you anything. The last I heard of it was that it got added into Frankenvan. So it's on there. I know it's on Frankfurt folder. Probably not for the UK routes. I don't think Ebula's used on the UK route, Simon, so you're probably right. But you've got Ebula for, I guess, I don't want to say the majority, because I simply don't know how much, how many routes it you know it works with. But it's worth giving it a go. Although I did see somebody say, and the author confirmed it, the kilometer posts aren't like accurate. So you still would have to sort of use, maybe you'd have to use even more brain power. The one in the mods. There is no Ebula in the game. Or are you talking about the mileposts in the game? I think the mileposts are okay. I don't know. No one checks them because there's no need to check. If there was an in-game Ebula, then yeah, people would pick up any inaccuracies. But I guess to be fair though, if you do want to learn to drive Hudless, maybe you could use them and have like a mental Ebula. But yeah, the ones in the mods aren't accurate. Which I guess may then render the whole thing useless to you, really. Why? What did he say? Something along the lines of... I don't remember. But I remember it being like partly... I think maybe it's just laziness. I think it would have to be something he would go like per route and study them basically. I don't know how he's got it to be how it is now without doing that, to be honest. But I think that was it. I might as well turn that back on actually. Very interesting mod. I love mods like Third Row, you know. So simple, yet so effective. It really is. It really is. It's about as close to multiplayer as we're gonna get with TSW. Don't play the sounds. Don't play the sounds. Yeah, so about that. So yeah, it does log everything. Where does it log to though? I've never actually really explored the app, to be honest. Is there like a website or does it keep it on the software itself? Please wait. There's no way you're talking to me like a bot. Also, with everything being logged, doesn't that now open the door to the possibilities of having virtual train operating companies? Because that's how they work on ETS2 and ATS. It logs your journeys, where and when, what you hauled. We can definitely have an equivalent in TSW. It's very doable. Don't think this formation is as long as yesterday's one. Still very long though. Huh, a Dutch website. Let's have a look then. Oh, is this just the Third Rails website? Yeah, it's just loading. It's got the leaderboard up for me. For the all activities, it's just loading. Okay, I went through the Third Rails website. I then clicked the link and it started showing up. Okay, I found myself. So I'll click on my name. It's giving me information about today. What about like all time? Oh, I need to log in. No, I haven't logged in. I don't even know my login details. Even that's gonna take long to load. What's up with this website? Okay. I got a thumbs up, I think. Okay, so now that I'm logged in, where do I go to see my... all my details? Do I click my name? Okay, cool. I did that about 30 seconds ago, bro. It's just been loading. Okay, no, when I click my name, it says it shows service record and just shows my runs from today. And as a matter of fact, it's not even all of them. It just shows the Taurus run. Oh, it's still loading. Yeah, I'm not going to go through all of that. I'm ranked 5th this week with 6 rides. How about overall? Where am I overall? Wow. I'll have to look at this on the website and just control F and look for my name. But the guy in first has done 2,952 rides. I've done 40 in total. Is that so? Let me look for myself. 40, 40, 40. Oh yeah, I got like an underline. I'm 199th. Maybe it could be a little bit higher if, you know, it counted my TSC runs. Not that I did hundreds of them, but you know. Did I see what? Bro, the leaderboard's got like hundreds of people on it. If I ask it if I've seen somebody specifically, you're gonna have to give me a bit more details. Because there's a lot of people there. And you know where they came from as well. You know where those three came from. What's funny about that is when he comes to troll, all he does is hate on TSW. All he does. And yet he'll still play it. I'm sure you remember everything that was being said on the reveal, the Dovetail Direct, when we did the watch party. Just yap. And then he goes and plays the game. But God knows if the opinion ever changed, though. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I don't know. I don't. The person's focus is attention. So if getting more attention will come from saying this opinion, then they'll say it. Then if that changes and now more attention would come from saying this opinion, then they'll say that opinion. And they themselves are standing on nothing. Truly, man. There's a lot of questions about that we'll never know the answers to. It is what it is. If the answer will be yes, then it means I would have done the journey mode for everything that came after it, because I'm going backwards. It does, but I'm doing them in order, innit? I'm doing them in my order. That is my custom order. My custom order is the order. And let's say I say, you know what, cool, let's do it. 4 runs in, it's gonna be as unexciting as this. It does have a lot of different stock, but it does. It won't have the 700 though. It won't have the 700. And is there anything else that got added onto it on top? I don't think so. I'll never reach the end of upcoming DLCs. Unless I play 24 hours a day. And even then yeah. Cargo line got added on top, didn't it? Did it? Which one? It would have been one of the earlier ones, right? If anything. No, actually no, because that route after the 700s, didn't DCG say like, didn't Skyhook want to add something to it, but DCG were like, it's basically packed, like anything else will break it or whatever. Then maybe from tomorrow, Nabil. Why not? Journey mode is journey mode, isn't it? Maybe from tomorrow, I start tackling it. Then I get to do what you want to see, and fulfill what I want to do as well at the same time. I think that's a good middle ground. I'm happy with that. Aggregates. Was it SDHS? I know it was Midland Main Line. If it was just for adding wagons, because that's all it would be, then yeah, I think that would be viable. That would definitely be viable, yeah. It would make sense. It makes sense because the issue was more so for adding another train. But I don't see wagons being a problem. Especially if it's its own timetable. I don't know if it does have its own timetable or if it's just a reduced and full one. I mean, this is the thing, though. They said the same thing about the Brighton mainline route. And I don't know anybody that's used and reviewed the Class 700 mod that adds the 700 into the base timetable that's had any issues performance-wise. No crashes, no starters, no nothing. The train just runs. Oh, in terms of the journey modes, Nabil, we got the base one, the Class 700 one. If truly the aggregates is there, then the aggregates would have its own. There should be quite a few, but I'll check after this anyway. I'll check after this. Is there like a Morocco environment pack mod on Microsoft Flight Sim? It just slots into the main timetable. Probably soon Squeeze wants to make 700 version of 12 cars. Possibly that would be on brand. If we're calling a spade a spade. I don't know, like, you know how there's like airport scenery packs? Are there like city packs as well for MSFS? Oh yeah, railhead treatment train. Yeah. There is that as well. There is that as well. So that, I think that has its own. Ooh, does that have its own journey mode chapter? It may do. It may do. ROG 37, yeah. You know, I don't think I've done anything from that pack. Anything. Maybe once, maybe one run that got requested at some point. And that's about it. Onikaza. Ah, I need Tangier, man. There are a lot of trains on that route, yeah. Issue is though, the journey mode usually consists of just the base content, which is still a fair bit, but not everything. Nice to drive 37 on modern routes. It's got a nice little livery on it as well. Maybe some freeware. I don't know if I would trust Moroccan freeware, bro. Would you? Dwight 377 is actually done with effort. What about the interior of that train? Was that done as well? Or is it just southern? No. Say like when you do... Oh, wait. Am I thinking of scenarios? I don't know if I'm thinking of scenarios. For example, I remember doing... Because I like... It's almost like I had known this, but subconsciously, then my mind got open to it and somebody mentioned it during my playthrough of Mild Mayline. And then I noticed, again, I don't remember if it was scenarios or the journey mode. Like just a regular journey mode run. But they mentioned that layers don't show up in that mode, in that game mode. And then I realized it was true because I never saw the train that was meant to be at Gospel Oak that runs on the Suffragette line. There are some great freeway airports. Okay. Fair enough. If they've been done by Moroccans, then we've advanced. They did the original interior. Nice, man. How nice would it be to have like a route, I don't know, a route set in a period when that was like the main traction? I know you'd get the usual, you know, plastic toy gang upset, but I don't mind like a bit of a backdated London route. I mean, that's basically what my like all-time request is. So I'm all for it. Very hit and miss when it comes to late. Really? I've never really paid attention to it. You would think, considering it's a scenario, that they've got all power over it, they would try and spice it up as much as they could. And just leave gaps for layers. If somebody doesn't have anything, then cool, they can still play through the scenario, but they just won't have that particular layer show up. I'm talking about a whole new route though. Like a whole new route that's a little bit backdated, so we can see some of the old school liveries. Like it would still be like third rail London region, or at least southeastern region. But not with like a 2019 timetable, maybe a 2010. And then I think if we even do something like 10,000, sorry, 10,000, 2,000, then we could see some interesting stock show up as well. Make what makes sense, Nabil? Oh, the layering issue. It's just, bro, it's inconsistency. There's inconsistencies across the board. Inconsistencies with quality. That can branch off to about 1 million different options. Inconsistencies in features. Inconsistencies in layers, apparently. That's just their game, man. The base scenarios, West Coast Main Line, South, don't even have the Pendolinos. And look how ridiculous that is. The trains that released at the same time. It's not... it's not like... it's not like... they were added in months later. You know, the two came out at the same time. So what really is the excuse for that? Welcome back, Dan. You knew you were smart? Did you ever doubt it? White 375s are around in the time of the SHS timetable, though, gradually being repainted. That's what the pack is about. But I'm talking like I'm just talking their era, right? Not when they were being replaced and wiped away from use. I'm talking their peak, you know? Whether that would be like 2010 or a little bit before. Also, when I was saying London Bridge looked different on that one Train Sim Classic scenario, I never knew London Bridge went through a like it was reconstructed, the station. So I'm assuming that was prior to the reconstruction that it looked like that, which is a pretty cool detail. There you go, Dan. You had like a light bulb moment. What route is the NSC route? Was that the one that had the trains with the red, white, and blue liveries? With the... what class of trains were they? Them rectangle trains. Somebody's going to get very mad at me for calling them that. The Heyday basically is just white. Oh, really? Is that it? Okay, fair enough. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, so that gives the pack a bit more credibility then. I thought it was just like a nod to the livery rather than actually period accurate. It was delivery on all local services around London and the South East. The blue, red and white. Was it blue, red and white or just blue and red? So all of them had that livery. Wow. So was that what? Just prior to privatization then? You do work hard, Dan. You do, mate. No one can take that one away from you. Blue, red, white, and grey. I didn't know it was that prominent. Like, I've heard it pop up here and there in the forums. I never really bothered to do any research about it myself, though. So I knew it was about, but not in that capacity. Holy. Mid-80s to mid-90s. So it was prior then to... It was prior to privatization. What route, Nabil? Literally every train in London that was an in-city. Even the Waterloo in-city line. And the DLR also had this dabble of that as well, right? If I'm not mistaken. So was it just a tube then that was anything but that? Oh, I was going to research something and I completely forgot. Why did I turn it on my phone? Or something I was going to look up. Oh, yeah. Oh, the Waterloo. I missed the Waterloo and City line being part of that as well. Oh, DLR just looked like NSE. I mean, I guess that speaks to the sort of power, I guess, that livery had. I mean, Eurostar Freight. We won't count those. Tramlink. I think Tramlink makes sense to not have had it. Waterloo and City was a BR route until privatization. That's insane. What an insane fact. I've never known that. That's insane. So how was it handed then to Transport for London? Was it just like... Did Transport for London have to pay for it, or was some sort of deal struck? Airport Express services, I would have, I think, expected to have delivery. Yes, Nabil. Croydon Tramlink. Some of the Express had a version of More White. I don't think I've ever seen that one. Got transferred across MPR ended. Let's see if I can have a quick Google and find the Express one. Can't find anything helpful. Was it just that the layer of white was thicker? And is he 442? If I derail here, because the speed change wasn't in the HUD, what a funky looking train. The picture's actually from the forums as well. I think it looks pretty cool. Oh, very cool looking train. Thank you very much, Nabil, I'm aware. I made arrangements to solve that. could have prevented it if, you know, the track monitor said, hey, 35 over here. But it did not. Stansted Express was NSC but had a special livery. Heathrow Express was private and Gatwick Express was in-city. Huh. There is so much for me to learn. Which is great. Honestly great. Because 45 also wasn't on the track monitor. I didn't see it at all. But we're coming to a stop soon anyway, so I'm just going to coast, I think. Crazy how history can just be gone, just scrapped. I know that they're going to keep some and put them in museums and save them for, I don't know, rail tours and stuff like that, but the vast majority are just going to disappear like they were never ever here. Nabil, do you want the stream to end? If you're not having fun, mate, you don't have to be here. This formation left the loco behind. Is this loco not part of that formation? Allegedly not. Well, yeah, I'm continuing until 2:30, isn't it? So we'll do your. You know what? I'll start your journey mode now. Southeastern high speed. Hello, too many guy. Of course you can, mate. Of course you can. SWR were gonna bring them back and even refurbish them, but it fell through. Ah, really good version of TS Classic. It is your journey mode, Nabil. You requested it. Looks like they've all been scrapped. So there's none that are being preserved? That's a shame. If the 4 GB patch doesn't work, too many guy, reinstall it. If I was you, genuinely, mate, I would reinstall it before. I would reinstall it daily. Sometimes it just stops working for some reason. It's still saying too little RAM. Are you? Did you install it correctly? Like literally exactly as I did it in the video. And if you're playing via Steam, did you do it for both the launcher and the .exe? That was something that I would do. Exactly as I did it. And it's still saying too little RAM. How much RAM do you have in your system? Too many, guy. Just in the off chance that perhaps that is actually the case. Okay, so we'll put this to Zero City, which is at the 700. Southeastern Speed, which is Southeastern Speed would be the core journey mode, I believe. Southeastern Stars is with the ROG 37. How they've made 16 services from that, I don't know. And then the Red Shed's the Redemption, which is the RHTT stuff. So I'll start with the let's do the normal. Oh yeah. Let's do the normal one. and go from there. Right. In which case, requests are closed from this point forward. Origins mixed the. Yeah. So okay. So are there services then where you actually drive the white Electrostar? I thought it was just you just haul it around. You got 32 gigabytes too many, guys. So do I, mate. I don't know why it wouldn't work if you've done everything correctly. Any ideas, Nabil? What do you think? Any way that could make sense? I think that's it, isn't it? In terms of setup. Sit back a bit. Don't know, fair enough. Yeah, sorry too many guys. No idea, mate, honestly. It should be pretty straightforward. Install it with a number for how much RAM usage stays at 400 instead of changing it to 4000. If you're talking about the in-game settings, you need to do that manually. You need to change that number to 4000 if you're talking about the settings inside the game. The white Electrostar appears in timetable services with the blue one substitution. Oh, I genuinely just thought it was just a dead a dead unit you just haul around. Fair enough. Even better then, if they were still, you know, half operating by this time. You often see the blue and white ones in the same formation. Today or back then? I doubt you're talking about in the game, right? That should be it, too many. That should fix it for you. Change it and then let me know. I'm still live for another half an hour or so. Oh, that's painful. Oh. Ah. Ignorance is bliss, but I can't apply ignorance here. I'd rather not. I'd rather not. I'd rather not. It is every stop the bill. That would be accurate. But the announcement itself isn't accurate. No worries, too many. You're welcome. Oh, like it's not as bad as the BB one. It's not as bad as that. But because I know exactly how it's meant to sound, and it doesn't sound exactly how it's meant to sound, I can't. Even just calling Chatham. She says Chatham, and then she says Chatham afterwards. I guess it's like how you said the pronunciation in German is wrong, but then in English is correct, but it's the same word. Talking to the devil. Here's a station your boy's familiar with. For all the right reasons. Oh, snap. The white one's here. Oh. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Hello, hello. Oh. I do miss seeing it, you know. Shame they couldn't get SDO to work. Well, you know. Ah. Cool. Actually cool. It's actually cool. That might be the first passenger one I've ever seen in the game. Yeah, Nabil, apply ignorance, bro. And remember, we have the real ones available online. So he could have just used those. Anyway. It is what it is, isn't it? And I'm not going to use Soundpad. Sorry. I'm not going to do that. UK modern routes are so simple, isn't it? No, you don't have 10 signals stacked up on top of each other and you're meant to guess which one's for you. You don't have Swang Dang Sang. It's just quite a peaceful place. Oh, got a little rail tour going on here. Hello. Okay. Huh. What's going on here then? Give us a toot. See you later, Simon. It is a great timetable. Appreciate you hanging around, mate. Hopefully catch you later on. If not, then tomorrow. There is the automatic train announcement one that uses the real one. Can you link it to me, Nabil? Please. If we're able to. Oof, this water's got into my bladder. All in one go as well, Jesus. It's playing inside the game. Yeah. It was the one that initially only had the... Was it the one that only had the suffragette line? And then it had some more got added afterwards. I was using that at one point, and it was good. That one was good. That one was excellent. At least for the suffragette line, it was excellent. But I remember it being only for that and then one other route, I think. Hello, Joe. How you doing, mate? Good to see ya. Morning. Thank you, Nabil. Although, could he DM me it instead? I'm not gonna be able to do much from the Twitch chat with it. Send it to me as a DM, and then I'll have it there, ready to go. Thank you. There's not much that goes on Train Sim anymore, isn't it? Trainsim.cz. Please also link me the 700 timetable as well, if you have it on hand. I don't have that mod anymore. The one for BML. How long we got here? A minute. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Thank you, Nabil. No worries, too many. I'm glad it worked, man. Enjoy yourself, my guy. I never got to drive the route. Was it Route 24? I was looking forward to that one. The Pimlico one, yeah. Her and Kirch are gonna get new lines and towns. Good for it, honestly. Because as it was already like pretty good. Bremen Nord, I think, was in need of an extension. Although, I always have to remind myself that what we had in our company wasn't reflective of the entire DLC, which sucks, to be honest. I feel like if you have the DLC and that's what you're utilizing in the company, then all the lines should be available. It's like the entire DLC should open up to you. Gives you more longevity, more freedom. Probably gives people more of a reason to hang around, you know? It's Aldwych. Man, that London route could have been so much more, man. Would have been nice if it was extended over time as well, rather than just released and then abandoned. Omnigo was good while it lasted, bro. It was good while it lasted, but like we you know, we took it off the grid before those memories became bad, you know? It was for the better. What's going on over here, man? I don't know too many if you've ever gotten the sense that the lanes are way too small, way too narrow. Like, I know we don't have the widest roads here in London, but they're not. You're not driving on spaghetti, you know. Oh no, Bill. I mean, let's be, bro. Towards the end, there was no one playing. So imagine that continued on for months. Just nobody, just you by yourself trying to make the company still worth something. Nah, it would have been a slow, painful death, man. maybe, I don't know, Lotus or whatever will release, and you know, it will be a good game, and we'll have the ability to create companies again. Until then, we will cherish the memories. Why not? You're just choosing to live. You know what? I guess that's also a valid path to take as well. If I don't think about it, you won't feel anything, good or bad. What was the point in making this signal red? Gary! Congratulations on becoming a member, mate. Thank you very much. How you doing? Welcome. Crazy how much functionality is missing or completely wrong on the displays on German trains. Only train that really got them on point is Expert 101. Yeah. Again, I think another very large example of out of sight, out of mind. First membership in months. Yeah, first membership in many months. Many months. I didn't have time to get my soundboard sorted out. I haven't even done any research on it, to be completely honest. And I don't know if I'll have time. I could do it while I'm out. I'll do it when I'm out. I think that would be a good idea. How far are we going? Ramsgate, okay. Is Ramsgate actually in this route or is it off? Okay, it's off route. So, Faversham. As far as we go. Should have extended to Dover. Should have extended to Dover one way, Blackfriars the other way. Now, that would have been a lot of work, you know. But would have been good to see. I was low-key hoping that's what the one that's on the way would have gone to. I was hoping it would go to Blackfriars. Is Victoria more than Blackfriars? I know the TSC one got extended to Blackfriars. So that's what that was based off. I would just be happy to have it go to London. But yeah, I know most... Is it most of the runs that go to Victoria? You got the 465s. You got the blue 375. Oh, yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Anyway, honestly, listen, Victoria, Charing Cross, Blackfriars... I would have just been happy for it to have properly gone to London. Oh, Cannon Street as well, yeah. I've never been there though. I always see it, but never actually been there. Like these details. .375 Victoria, 485s. I didn't know there was actually like a method to the madness, but I guess it makes sense. What do you mean, Nabil? What are you talking about? You wanted me to do this journey mode. I'm doing the journey mode. Now you're saying there's no way I'm doing it. What are we doing? Via what, Simon? On the original SCHS? What are you talking about, Nabil? Are you saying instead of doing the 700 journey mode, for example, or the ROG one? It's mixed. They brought in the chapters from before, and then they added some new ones. But which one's which? Couldn't tell you. As in where do you want me to look for those details, Simon? Like, are we talking like just like here, or are we talking like main menu? Oh, I'm so glad to have gotten rid of those announcements. I would need to check, Nabil. I think the services are done on those chapters, but some were added, so I need to do the ones that were added. If I've lost all my progress, then I don't know about that. Camaro goes from Victoria. No, because you said the TSW service details, right? You said check the service details. So I was just wondering, like, where did you want me to check? Oh, okay, cool. I don't know if somewhere in the main menu you're offered more details. How do you know it's not this one that I'm doing now, Nabil? I don't believe there's two separate journey modes. I think it's just one, and in that one are the ones from TSW2, and then new ones that they've added. That's why it's so big. There's so many chapters because they've put them together. No, there's one. There's one SEHS route. Just the one. The extended one. It's not like Long Island Railroad where they've still got the old one knocking around, I think. Well, I'll start to whoever's possibly still playing the old Long Island Railroad route, Simon. I would hope there's nobody, but I've been shocked time and time again. So I've learned not to rule out anything. Must be a busy little farmhouse. This one is whetting my appetite for the new Medway line to come, though, I'll be honest. Can't get enough of it. I mean, there's people that, bounce in their seats to replicate going over junction, so you can rule out absolutely nothing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're obsolete at this point. There's literally no point in having them. Literally no. But I understand people have paid money for them and whatnot. Cool. But, I mean, come on, man. Don't have the original Long Island Railroad installed because I can live without the layers on Northeast Corridor. As much as it was super, super, super lackluster, it actually wasn't a terrible route, Just had a terrible timetable. Thought we left the bouncing seats in 2025. Bro. Something tells me we haven't. Can't do without the Dresden trains. Yeah. German routes are just super reliant. I mean, they're not reliant within their own, but if you want a good experience, like a solid experience on a German route, you're going to be relying on layers, so sort of is what it is. How basic would Ludwigsbahn have been if you owned no other German routes at all? You just owned Ludwigsbahn. Like, what trains actually came with it? Feeling the truck RP. Bro, I can't be bothered doing that no more, man. It's not appreciated. But I'm gonna say no, we haven't left it in 2025. Not yet. Was Long Island Railroad one a network? How many distant endpoints did it have? I actually don't remember. Oh, okay. It came with a fair bit then. Fair enough. It came with a fair bit. Just nothing new, yeah. In my head, like, everything there was just a layer. And the route itself just came very bare bones. Came with the wrong ICE as well. Someone made the mod phrase in the proper ICE configuration. What was wrong with the ICE that came with it? Penn, Brooklyn Terminal 2. Really? Fair enough then. So yeah, it legit was just a timetable then. And I guess using the old weather system as well, or lighting system. Oh, right, the little details. Yeah. I mean, you know, once again, if it's the same people who couldn't be bothered to create liveries, I feel like that would be a touch more work than a livery. So we can't be entirely surprised. But it was interesting how quickly that mod came out. It really makes you wonder sometimes, man. It really makes you wonder. All right, my people. It's been a pleasure. Yeah, but it's not about actually taking the train to France, though, Simon. It's just about attention to detail. And who knows what could come in the future where that would benefit from having that little upgrade done. All right, my people. It's been a pleasure. Let me see if let's see who we got streaming. I can send you away to enjoy. There's only one person, really, isn't there? There's only one person. Go say hello to Carter for me. I need to go and get ready to go out. Enjoy your stream. Hope you guys have enjoyed the stream today. Thank you very much for joining. Catch you guys later on with I'm an excited ATS. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking very much forward to it. So yeah. Until then, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Stay safe. Health is wealth. And until next time, peace out.